For more than 70 years, the United States government publicly dismissed UFOs as misidentifications, illusions, or fantasy. Then it changed its language. Not UFOs. Unidentified aerial phenomena. And in 2020, the Pentagon officially released Navy videos showing objects that outmaneuvered trained fighter pilots. No denial, no ridicule, no clear explanation. After decades of silence, the door opened, but not all the way. What we are living through is often called the Pentagon's UFO disclosure era. It began quietly. In 2017, an investigative report revealed the existence of a previously undisclosed Defense Department effort, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, ATIP. Its mission was to examine encounters between US military personnel and unidentified aerial objects. At first, officials downplayed it. Limited funding, limited scope. But the story did not disappear. In 2020, the Department of Defense declassified 3 Navy videos, now known as FLIR, Gimbal, and Go Fast. In them, pilots track objects that appear to defy conventional flight characteristics. No visible propulsion, sudden acceleration, unusual movement. The Pentagon confirmed the videos were authentic. The objects, they said, remain unidentified. Since then, Congress has held hearings, intelligence officials have delivered briefings, annual reports have been submitted. A new office was created, the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO, tasked with investigating unidentified phenomena across air, sea, and space. For the first time in modern history, the US government openly admits it does not fully understand certain objects operating in restricted military airspace. That is the official position. According to recent reports, most reviewed cases involve drones, balloons, airborne clutter, or sensor anomalies. Some incidents are attributed to foreign surveillance technology. Others remain unresolved due to insufficient data. Pentagon officials emphasize there is no verified evidence of extraterrestrial technology, no confirmed alien craft, no recovered non-human vehicles. The tone is careful. Yes, unidentified objects exist. No, there is no evidence they are extraterrestrial. The issue is framed as airspace safety and national security. Unknown objects in restricted zones are a risk. They must be analyzed and catalogued. Transparency, officials say, is increasing, but the inconsistencies appear at the margins. The terminology shifted first from UFO to UAP, a rebranding that removes cultural stigma and signals seriousness. Then came the admissions. Officials acknowledged encounters involving objects demonstrating performance characteristics beyond known drone capabilities. Pilots described craft accelerating rapidly, hovering in strong winds, lacking wings or visible exhaust. In 2023, a former intelligence officer testified under oath that the US government possesses retrieved non-human craft and has operated a long-running reverse engineering effort. He provided no publicly released evidence. The Pentagon denied the claims, but the allegation entered the record. Meanwhile, declassified reports continue to reference cases that remain unresolved. Not explained, just unresolved. The language is precise. Insufficient data, under-analysis, anomalous characteristics. What stands out is not what is confirmed. It is what remains undefined. Lawmakers have viewed classified imagery and sensor data unavailable to the public. Some have described those briefings as troubling, others as inconclusive. If the phenomena are mundane, why is so much detail still classified? That question intensifies the tension. Then there are the timeline gaps. Military encounters with unidentified objects have been reported for decades, from nuclear facilities in the 1960s to carrier strike groups in the 2000s. Yet open acknowledgement is recent. Why now? One explanation is technological. Modern radar and sensor systems are more advanced. What once went undetected is now visible. Another explanation is strategic. Acknowledging unidentified objects justifies increased funding and counter-drone capabilities without admitting vulnerability. But there is a third possibility. That disclosure is being managed, not to reveal everything, but to control the pace. The most unsettling element may not be the objects themselves. It is the structure of the information release. Videos are confirmed, but brief. Reports are published, but redacted. Hearings are public, but followed by classified sessions. The government admits anomalies, yet narrows the range of interpretation. No aliens, no advanced off-world craft, no recovered vehicles, and yet no definitive explanations either. If these objects are foreign drones, why do some incidents predate modern drone technology? If they are sensor errors, why do multiple systems, radar, infrared, visual, sometimes track the same object? If they are natural phenomena, why do trained pilots describe structured craft? The official stance is cautious, but caution creates space. Space invites speculation. There are three broad interpretations. The first is skeptical. The objects are real detections, but terrestrial in origin. Advanced drones, experimental aircraft, electronic warfare artifacts, human technology misidentified under complex conditions. Under this view, secrecy protects surveillance capabilities, not extraterrestrial secrets. The second interpretation is bureaucratic opacity. The Pentagon may not fully understand what it is seeing. Agencies possess fragmented data. Institutional inertia slows coordination. Public disclosure is uneven because knowledge itself is incomplete. No grand conspiracy, just complexity. And then there is the third interpretation, that certain elements within government have known more for longer than they admit. That limited disclosure is intentional. That acknowledging unidentified craft is the first phase of a controlled narrative shift. In this scenario, ambiguity is strategic. No definitive proof confirms it, but current evidence does not eliminate it either. What makes this era unprecedented is not cultural fascination with UFOs. It is that the US government now formally documents encounters it cannot fully explain. For decades, the public was told there was nothing there. Now officials say there is something. They just do not know what. Or that is what they say. The disclosure era appears transparent. Reports, hearings, acronyms. Transparency without clarity can be another form of control. Partial information shapes the narrative. It defines acceptable conclusions. We are told there is no evidence of extraterrestrial origin. We are not told with certainty what every unresolved case represents. Between those two statements lies a widening gap. And in that gap, tension grows. If the phenomenon is mundane, full disclosure would quiet speculation. If it is extraordinary, controlled disclosure would buy time. So the central question remains: is the Pentagon's UFO disclosure era a genuine step toward transparency in a complex security landscape? Or is it a calibrated unveiling, revealing enough to acknowledge the anomaly while keeping the most disruptive answers classified? The government now admits objects operate in restricted airspace without clear identification. They admit some cases defy easy explanation. They deny extraterrestrial origin, and they continue to classify critical details. In the end, the mystery is not only in the sky, it is in the architecture of disclosure itself. We are being shown something, but not everything. And when a government that once denied the phenomenon now cautiously confirms it, the real question may not be what is out there. It may be what they still are not saying.